world famous Dream Hustle Win podcast. Imagine if you personally knew Kendrick Lamar before he blew up. Now imagine if you knew Cardi B before she blew up. Now imagine if you went to school with J. Cole and he was rapping in the hallways. Now imagine if you knew Drizzy, aka Drake, before he became the biggest star in the world. The power of indie music is a force like no other in the world. Now, music possesses the power to heal, ignite, incite, inspire, and create global change. The Dream Hustle Win podcast is one of the most powerful. You see how I got to get the word out twice. Most powerful broadcast platforms for music millennials. Now, a quick service to the public PSA before we start. Dream Hustle Win University is the number one smart university. Artists speak with real music executives and inquire about everything from bogus emails to labels, reaching out saying that they want to sign them. So you have a person that can be able to guide you and assist you in representing major labels and learning the best way to monetize your music. Dream Hustle Win University empowers artists to self-educate, empower, and protect themselves from all sides. So you go to www.dreamhustlewin.com and schedule a free 20 minutes consultation with the music industry veterans. Okay, so back to our scheduled broadcast. Today we introduce major recording artist, entrepreneur, Phlatlyne. Phlatlyne, welcome to the Dream Hustle Win podcast. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. Good.
Great. Good. Well, I'm glad that you're here. And I want to just jump right on into it real quick because I know your schedule is like hectic. So I wanted to know you could pursue any career in the world, any, literally. Like, so why music?
Music is my gateway drug. You know,
Okay.
uh, everybody go through something. So,
Hmm.
like, whenever I'm going through something, resulting to a type of actual gateway drug,
Yeah.
music helps me for my emotions.
Mm.
So whether it's family, my significant other, or just me personally trying to reach out to myself, I just sit back and listen to music, or I sit back and try to make some music that can reflect what I'm going through, and I put it down. And music, I gotta say music.
I love it. And I love that. It is a gateway. I concur with that one. So I wanted to find out like when you stare in the mirror and you're all by yourself, what do you really see in yourself that others don't see in you as an artist?
Oh wow, as an artist, I can actually go on and on about that, but I'm gonna try to keep
Mhm.
it. So when I look into the mirror and I'm looking at Phlatlyne as the artist,
Mhm.
I'm looking at it like you're not that great.
Okay.
So I'm back when I look in the mirror, I got to do something to battle this guy that I'm looking at because I'm my biggest critique. Then I
Right.
then I'm looking at what type of music do I really want to make. I got
Mhm.
children. I don't want my children going around saying, "Yeah, my dad make such and such type of music," and then when they friends go pull it up, it's all degrading people or something like that. So I
Yeah.
got to make a variety of music dealing with saying my upbringing and what I've been around.
Right. I love that. So even okay, so let's talk about Flatline as an entrepreneur. So when you see yourself as an entrepreneur, how do you what do you perceive yourself as?
I perceive myself as a God fearing gentleman. I love giving back
Mhm.
to my people. Love giving back to the community. I do what I can to help people. Like if it's my
Mhm.
last, I'm gonna give it. You
Right.
know, come to me and ask me for anything. If I got it, you got it. That's how I am. Like if anybody that know me know that that's what I do.
Right. So let's talk about your childhood. Like
Oh,
what influence in your childhood? What influenced your pursuit for music? And really just can you break it down to the audience? Like how did that
yeah.
upbringing influence you in your music career?
Okay. Wow. So my upbringing was I was not allowed to listen to Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, any of that gangster rap
Right.
in my mother's household. Like when she came home, if we were
Mhm.
watching BT Rap City, yo, you got to turn that off and we're going to the Cosby Show.
Right.
So outside of that, then once we came of age, wasn't nothing she really can do. Now we finding ourselves. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, myself listen to what I like, but we kept it mutual where that we won't bring it in front of my mom. But she knew we were listening to it as we got older.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so then it's more where it's family oriented or the music influence where anybody can listen to it. So I
Yeah.
really like that. Okay, so when you're making music in the studio, can you explain like the mood that you have to get in? You know, we have to. I'm an artist too, so you know we have to get in a certain mood. Like, what is? Tell me, walk us through that. Like, how do you get in your mood to do what you need to do in the studio?
Okay. So before we get into the studio, as J not as
Mhm.
Flatline. Flatline, when I'm in the studio by myself, I'm always in the mood. But when we get in the studio
Mhm.
as JU, we already know what we're going in to create. So it's like, okay, boom. So if we're going in to create, let's say a bounce record that we just created this past weekend.
Right.
So I have to get in that mood where you know what I'm saying. I got the beat got to hit me like where
Okay.
and if I can hit a beat, always listen to the beat all straight through. Then I come
Okay.
back, I start freestyling until I come up with something catchy.
Right.
So now if I'm in the studio redoing something lyrical, I pick out what instrument I want to go to that I want
Hmm.
to actually listen to, and then I go from there. And then I set myself apart from everybody because it's dealing with a lyrical record. Because now I
Hmm.
got to be in my own zone. Like I don't want to be around nobody when it's a lyrical record. When we like, if we got
Yeah.
to, where let me see, I'm looking for. If I got to talk that talk, I need to be alone because can't nobody else help me tell my story. I got to tell my own story.
Right. Right. I love that. Oh, okay. So I want to find out, like, with this music business, it's all or nothing. So I want to know, why do you bet on yourself so much?
My own slogan. If if I don't bet on myself or believe in myself, how can I can't force nobody to believe in me or bet on me through my music. I got
Hmm.
to be the one to bet on myself to others to bet on me and to believe in me. If I can't do that, then I don't have anything.
Correct. And what do you feel that you, as an artist, that you can bet on yourself above all odds, against all odds, that you are that superstar?
Wow, I got two things. For one, all the beats that I produce are organic.
Okay.
They're, I don't do no sampling at all. I like I
Mm.
refuse I refuse to do sampling for anything dealing with JUMG, anything dealing with Flatline. I refuse to do any sampling. As far as come to lyrical or me writing a rap, I listen to certain artists to even get me in that groove to where that okay, this is where I need to be at. Like for instance, I might listen to a Nas record.
Right.
Like let's just say to Nas, If I Rule the World. So I'm listening to Nas, If I Rule the World. Like I'm getting in that mood. Like I'm the king. Can't nobody rule
Right.
the world but. So now I'm gonna listen to that record about 3 or 4 times. Then I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
go on this. I'm gonna find me a beat. However my head is bobbing, I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that beat. Once that beat hit me, now I'm gonna listen to that beat. Then I'm gonna get.
Right.
Then I'm gonna get right. So you know what I'm saying? Like studio time, it varies depending on the mood and how it's set and what I'm trying to accomplish in the studio at that time.
I got you. And that I can see that. So you have to be that persona of what you're trying to convey in your music. So you got, and that makes sense too. Like you said, you step away so you can get into that mode when you're about to be in the studio. So I'm following you on that. So I want to know, like, and I want everybody else to know too. Can you spell your artist name out how it is on all the music streaming platforms? Because I want everybody to pick up on Phlatlyne. So just tell us what's your handle on IG and then on all music platforms so we can be able to follow you on your music.
Okay, on IG is JUMGENT on IG. On Twitter is Flatline Beats. PHLATLYNE BEATZ. And that's
Mhm.
Twitter. On Facebook is Just Us Music Group LLC. And also it's Flatline. First name Flat, last name Line on Facebook.
Okay,
I don't have a
what is
Twitter.
for Flatline?
Excuse me.
You said for Flatline, you don't have a Twitter for Flatline?
The Twitter for Flatline is Flatline Beats, but I don't. I was trying to say I don't have a Instagram for Flatline. Everything
Okay.
dealing with on Instagram is JUMGENT, and that's us as a group.
Exactly. Okay. And I wanted to find out from you, Flatline, what is the one song that you want our listeners and our viewers to pick up on that we have to say, Flatline want us to check this out right now?
I got about 4 songs that I like. Like it
Hmm.
depending on your mood. Like if you want some content, I'm gonna say go with the JMG featuring Soirees. I'm serious. If you want something dealing with the ladies, that'd be JMG featuring Flatline and Quincy Thompson. You know it. Strictly for the
Okay.
ladies. Oh, by the way, they're discussing or degrading the ladies in that. That's an upbringing for the ladies. And if you want some
Okay.
bars, we here JMG featuring Kane Kadir M.16. And then if you want some real life joint, I'm gonna say JMG and Flow. Call Right My Wrong.
Okay. Okay. I just finished listening to We Here. So
Ooh,
I was like,
ooh,
we
I got
gotta
a
see
prayer
what
behind.
Flatline is about. I
I
really
got a
want to know
prayer
what.
behind that one.
Yes. So yeah, that's what I was listening to. We Here. So can you tell me, like, Flatline? Can you tell me the origin of that name, of your name? How did you come up with that name?
Okay, Flatline. I was debating between. I was going through a couple of names. I
Hmm.
was going through D Way, D Nice, and it was another name I can't remember. So I got the name Flatline because I got into an accident at
Hmm.
the time. The accident, I actually blacked out, and I seen the pearly white gates.
Right.
That's what I seen. So when I came to, and after everything, after I recovered from the accident, I told my man M.16, something I got a new name. He was like, "What?" I said, "Man, Flatline." And he was like, "How
Okay.
you?" I said, "Bro, I'm spelling unique." I said, "But get back with me in a day or two, and I'll give you the correct spelling of it." So that's how I came
Hmm.
up with the name.
Okay. I like it. And it's just like, from even hearing the music, it's just like, look, from the delivery of the lyrics to whatever you're saying, it's just like, okay, we're going flatline on the beat, the delivery and everything. So I'm loving that. So thank you for sharing that because that was very interesting. And I love that it's unique. So I wanted to find out, like, we know that we living into a digital world, right? So we have, say, if you were presented with a digital partnership with a company, what services and qualities would you want them to bring to the table to assist you with your brand to move?
Okay, before I answer that question,
Uh-huh.
let's backtrack a little bit because
Okay.
the song that
Yeah.
we hear, I did
Yes.
it. I produced that,
Okay.
not the actual artist on the song, because when people might be when they see this video, I don't want them to think I took credit for it, but I didn't
Okay.
get
I
in and
understand
got
it.
myself in the lyric.
Overstand. Okay.
So the quality for a digital partnership that I would like, oh,
Yeah.
promo,
Correct.
promo and marketing, and
Yes.
from there I can do everything else.
Okay.
Like,
And
suppose I
I
gotta go ahead.
no, I was like, I love it. I love it. I was agreeing.
Yeah, promo and marketing is my biggest. To me, I feel like it's my biggest phase.
Hmm. And that's a big part of it, because you got to get your music out there, because you can have it all day and sit in your car. Or you want your friends to listen to it, or you want the world to listen to it. So that's definitely a huge thing, that it is very a key and important thing that you need. So I know that I'm gonna move along with COVID-19. Like, we know it changed everything and it created a new norm, right? So how did you
Yes.
adjust, like, your business and your future career moves with, COVID? It's a new environment. So how did you adjust?
Oh wow. Well, I was adjusting fine when it first hit,
Right.
and then I ended up catching COVID.
Okay.
And I ended up catching COVID a day before my birthday in December.
Mm-hmm.
So it put everything that we was working on hold.
Right.
And then let's say around March we started back recording, doing one artist
Hmm.
at a time. But the
Yeah.
only way we can get an artist in is I was making everybody take a COVID test before we record.
Right.
And after the COVID test came back, I'm like, yo, take your COVID test. Only would do whatever you do as far as family. Don't go nowhere else. So it was a
Right.
big strain on our behalf. Like, couldn't really
Hmm.
get into that groove.
Yeah. So how did you adjust? Because everything. A lot of people were inside, like, you couldn't go out usually to test it out to open mic or anything like that. So how did you adjust with that, with the music?
Oh man, we were sick. Like, it was hard for us to try to adjust to it. I'm not even gonna sit here in
Yeah.
front. Like, it was
Right.
hard for because you trying to find venues to do, then everybody doing virtual, and then doing virtual, you got to have the right setting, and it's like
Hmm.
every time I book a venue to do a virtual concert, there's always complications.
Right.
So, and very honest, so that was big on it. Like, you can't have a certain amount of people, couldn't have more than 10 people, and it was just a big deal for us here in North Carolina.
Yeah. And I want to backtrack too and say that, even though you went through COVID, we're glad that you're here. And you got through that. So I want to definitely say that we're glad and that you're here, with us, and you got through that phase. So um I got a few more questions I want to ask.
Okay.
It's the flat line. It's like, if you have, a lot of companies, they sell bots, right? Quick, soft, Spotify plays, like, for $50 and all kind of stuff. Like, what are your thoughts about paying for bots? Do you think it's real? Do you think what is? I want to get your feedback on that.
I ain't paying for no bots.
Okay.
And all that, they can tell if you got bots or if you got, what I'm saying, fake plays. I ain't paying for that. Like, it don't
Right.
make sense to
Right.
it ain't gonna help me. Like, if I was looking for a major deal or a major backing, paying for bots ain't
Hmm.
gonna help me out.
Right. It makes sense. And I wanted to find out. I think this is one of my favorite questions of of the interview, besides getting really to know the artist and like the history behind the artist. What have you enjoyed the most about being on the Dream Hustle Win podcast today?
Oh man, like it's every time that I'm on Dream Hustle podcast is always love. Like
Yeah.
y'all, y'all treat me like a family, like a brother. You know what I'm saying? It's always love. Before the interview, we have what I'm saying, conversations. We get to know each other a
Mhm.
little bit. We always catch up, even after the interview. What I'm saying? We like, what I'm saying? So yo, give me a little insight on what's going on next. Like it's always love.
Right.
Like I love Dream Hustle
Yeah.
podcast.
Yes. Well, thank you. We're so happy to have you a part of the family, and it's not that we're pretending. You are part of the family. So we love that, and like I enjoyed speaking with you today in regards to just learning more, not just me, but the other fans, your fans as well. Just knowing. So I wanted to just tell everybody. I want everybody to go right now, not tomorrow, not next week, but right now, and check out Phlatlyne on all music streaming platforms on IG. And I want you to connect with me, your girl Kareesh for real. That's KAREESHFOREAL on IG. And I want you to definitely go, and you have to do this, because if you have not done this, you're so lost in this world. And what I'm saying is, I want you to download the official Radio Pushes app and get connected. Follow on IG. I want you to follow Radio Pushers TV. And this Zoom podcast re-airs on the RNH Magazine YouTube channel. So make sure that you go follow RNH Magazine as well on YouTube. And make sure you connect with Phlatlyne. Stay connected. Remember to dream, hustle, and win, and always, always bet on yourself. Stay focused and continue to trust the process. I'm your girl, Kareesh for real. We definitely here with the king, Phlatlyne, and we look so far forward to learning more and following you on your music and your journey. And we are blessed to have you here today. So thank you so much for tapping in with us here on
I
Dream, Hustle, and Win.
appreciate it. Maybe next time we get the whole crew with us.
Okay. We're going to have a whole family
That's what
reunion,
I'm
huh?
working on.
All right.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a whole family next time. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. If I get like that, then
I hear you. Well, thank you so much. And everybody, make sure you tap in. Phlatlyne, Dream, Hustle, Win, Radio Pushes. And this is your girl, Kareesh for real.
we out.